How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the 100% walkthrough for Lies of P. So, in the last episode, we took out the green monster of the swamp, and going back to Hotel Krat now before we move on to talk to a bunch of people back in the hub to progress their storylines. So, first off, talk to Vanini.
No! Can it be? It can! Are you hurt anywhere? Ha! You never fail to surprise me, compagno. Now, allow me to return the surprise. This little wonder creates a lead-acid battery in a flash. The golden ergo is the purest form of power we can use, and it's nearly perfect. We could power a city block with this. You see, the alchemists ordered transportation from me, powered by this. I'm not sure, but maybe it's still in their underground base. Just one problem with the base. I don't know exactly where it is. I don't know when exactly either. I had to just hand it over immediately after the launching ceremony. After all, I am the prince of the Krat social scene, and I surrendered to their mysticism. There, it's done. Now take it. A secret alchemist's underground lair. That sounds like something Antonia might well have heard of. You'd better ask her about it.
Okay.
I always welcome friends. May I be of...
We gotta go talk to Antonia. See what she knows.
Come here, child. This is my first chance to get a proper look at you. It's a shame my illness kept me from seeing such a handsome gentleman. Oh, to be young again. You are responsible for this miracle. You have no idea how much it means to me. I have to stay seated as I feel a little lightheaded, but I feel the vigor I thought I'd lost forever. Thank you. If Krat ever holds a proper ball again, I hope you'll ask me for a dance.
Okay, so there is an achievement for playing a melody on the piano. You won't get that until the end of the end of the game, so that's not what this is here. Okay, we get a gesture. So if you don't give her the cure, then obviously that's missable. Talk to good old Alidoro here. And there are about 4 gestures that you can use on Alidoro. So clap
Don't
being
need to
one of them.
introduce myself. Note these golden wings. Yes, you guessed it.
I forget off the top of my head what the other ones are, but I think a couple of them we don't have yet. But we can try and just trial and error, see what works on him. He's about I think actually one of them we get later in the game, and
Remember, the hound's fangs crave the traitor's neck.
yeah, there you go. That one works. There is one that we get later in the game that we can't use on him at that time. So you would have to
I
wait
found the last
for
treasure thanks to you.
New Game Plus.
The saber. A precious artifact from overseas. It'll always remind me of the rascal who stole it, then fell into the nest. I tried to save him, but I failed. Let the punishment fit the crime, I say. And in a twist of fate, you must become the weapon's true owner. A great weapon calls for a... What's this? A poster singing my praises? Oh dear, your practical jokes go too far. A wanted poster? Right, yeah. Let me explain. There is an unscrupulous reporter called Medoro, and he's the epitome of yellow journalism, and he only writes favorable articles if you bribe him. One time, I didn't give him a certain antique he wanted, and he slandered me, just like this. What has this world come to? Even noble explorers searching for true history get lambasted for all to see. Perhaps I should be pleased that this scrap of paper is powerless, as there's no authority to pay the reward. You can keep it as a souvenir. A great weapon calls for a great...
Okay. So, looking at what we get, with the Reborn Champions Ergo, we get the Frozen Feast. Now, this is tied to a cryptic vessel. So, unfortunately, initially, if you want this, you do get a quartz out of it. I think this amulet is better. Not that one. Yeah. Nope, not that one. Yeah, Fury Attack Dodge available. And then increases physical damage upon a successful attack. Yeah, that one's better. But unfortunately, need to use this to get a quartz for the reward from that cryptic vessel. So we'll get that for now. That sword that you get from the Puppet Devouring Monsters Ergo, you do get some, if you buy that, you do get some additional dialogue from Eugenie about that. Now, I have not tried out this sword because I didn't grab it in my first playthrough. Pretty slow. Looks like it gets faster as you attack, though. As it lights up. Interesting. I don't think it's anything I'd use. So we will use that later on for that cryptic vessel. Funny how you get a quartz for that cryptic vessel, so it's kind of hidden behind that. So I think I ended my first playthrough with an odd amount of quartz. Okay, so keep pumping that advance. Okay, let's go talk to Hugo. So just tying up some quests and making sure everything is all settled before we start moving on.
Life is short, and life in Krat is shorter. I reckon I should cherish what time I've got. All I can do is keep... You actually met Alidoro and asked him about the wanted poster. That's odd. Alidoro and Medoro are friends. When I was hurt, he took me to Medoro, who was one of the first on the scene. Medoro is quite the medic. He saved me when the workshop tower fell. There's gotta be a logical explanation. The Alidoro I admire would never talk about a friend like that. But who knows, maybe that wanted poster is real. You keep an eye on him if you see him again. In times like these, I trust Alidoro. He wants to save people and seek out the truth. Anyhow, you gave me the first lead on Alidoro I've had in months. Take this in return. Consider it a gift suitable for times like these.
Okay.
Life is short. All I can do is...
Okay, we're good with him now. Okay, so we are moving on here, and we're going to be facing more carcasses. We do need to go back as well and do that other cryptic vessel that was hinting at the shack in Malum District. Oh, actually, you know what? I went to the wrong. Should have gone to Path of the Pilgrim. It's a little misleading because it says the Malum District, but alright, so we're gonna go right in the shortcut door down the elevator. There's gonna be an NPC that spawns over near a spot that I kind of pointed out to you earlier on when we were here. Kind of almost seems like the patches of Blasted P. This guy.
How did you find this place? They sent you, didn't they? Those guys blabber about loyalty, but when the chips are down, they'll stab each other in the back. I don't know what's inside, and I don't really care. Take it with you and hurry. Getting involved sounds like trouble to me. You can find their stolen goods on your own. Getting involved sounds...
Okay, so this guy set a trap for you. You walk in here and just go straight ahead towards the chest, you fall through the floor. So if you go around, open it up.
Why didn't he fall in the trap?
See, you get some dialogue that he was looking forward to you falling in the trap all day.
When the trap's empty, so are my pockets.
So, wonder if he's when he's actually talking. I just thought of this. When you hear him talking, if you run back out there, if he's still there. Let's see, he's gone pretty immediately after talking. But if he's still talking, I wonder if he's still out there. It's the only time we see that guy, so a little curious as to what the deal with that guy is. Okay, so it's just falling through the floor, you just get star fragment, kill a couple enemies, and come up here. And there is a shortcut ladder to get back down. If you actually fell through the floor and fell into his trap. If you do that, he ends up laughing and saying a couple things. So like I said, I'm curious as to what the deal with that guy is. Okay. So, we are good. To go to the chapel and open up the Trinity door that we have a key for. So if you guys remember the path, it's just kind of running along here. And once we get down here, we're going to go up that elevator and just kind of work our way backwards. It's a lot easier doing that instead of kind of going through the rafter section above us. Definitely a lot easier. Diciest part of this run back is just the wheels here. That you can just walk across, and then this one, you gotta make sure you jump across at the right time. Okay. Oof. And we can sneak up behind these couple enemies here. This guy. Okay. And then out here, sneak up behind this lady. Climb up here and we just wait for the ball. We can run right by it. Ooh, that was close. You're definitely gonna need to remember to do all these Trinity doors if you have a key to keep Arlecchino's quest going. Okay, so we get the Black Cap amulet and the Monster Hunter's hunting apparel, which that one's kind of cool. But we're gonna stick with the Survivor outfit. Alright, so I think at this point you're good tying up all the loose ends. Head to the Barren Swamp Nest. As you can see, those I mentioned previously, the stargazers in Chapter 1 are now inaccessible. Okay. So we're going to switch back to the coil because there are a couple puppets ahead, but then yet again we're going to be switching back to the dagger. Krat Central Station is filled with carcasses. Guys. Okay. And there is an item back here that kind of eluded me on my first playthrough, but it's actually a note up there. Okay, so we'll get that in a second. Gonna be winding around and going up to get that. Okay. So we got another one of the French guys here. Alright, so through here is the way to Krat Central Station. Check out that angry fellow. They're kind of obvious with the the light shining on the ladder there, where to go. Okay, so if you go, turn around and go behind you, you get that note. Which is why, mainly why I missed it in my first playthrough. I just, came up the ladder and didn't look behind me. Tremors. Okay, go away. Being stingy with my consumables. And running across over here. We're in this Krat Central Station. Switch back to the dagger. Okay, so we gotta go through that train car, but grab this first. Bloody litter. Okay, so through the train car, watch out for guys are gonna try and suck the ergo out of you.
Did you feel that? An ergo amplification effect coming from Krat Central Station. I wonder if the alchemists are plotting something again. Please, investigate that area.
Okay. So eventually we will come to the train car that we first woke up on. Stab that guy. Watch out for the globs on the ceiling. Run and burst this guy down. Anticipation of these guys getting hatched. The other one. Come on. Yeah, again, if you get the backstab on those guys, they don't explode. So something to keep in mind. Backstab this guy. Now, those guys down there throw acid everywhere. They're kind of annoying. We're gonna run over here and pop the zit. It's making all the acid. Yeah, see, it's all these guys do. Do a lot of damage too if they hit you with all that. Yep. Thought I could burst them down, but that's my fault. Alright. So doing this again here. Pop that blister. That guy should burn out. Slowly but surely. There we go. Great. Weapon whisperer. Don't think I have time to switch it here, so I'm gonna rely on the flammer. Go. Flame explosion. One more should do it. There we go. Spot is rather annoying, to say the least. But it's worth it because we get a quartz in here. So we're gonna head back up and rest up and head back to Hotel Krat, because I realized we need to talk to Belle before we proceed any further. And since we have enough quartz now, we might as well activate another slot in the P organ.
By the way, do you remember when I mentioned my partner? I got a distress signal from him. His last location was Krat Central Station. But my gear won't protect me from the petrification disease there. Can you find him for me? I'll make it. Thanks. My partner's name is Atkinson. I think he was trying to secure an escape route. Look for him around Krat Central Station.
Okay.
I think he was trying to...
So we're gonna activate the other node in the P organ. Looks like Papa Geppetto wants to talk to us too. Okay, so we're gonna get the perfect guard causes stiffness. So gonna do increase our pulse cells. And alternatively, you could get the auto charge pulse cells on when they're discharged, which is really good. We'll pick that up later. Right now, I would rather prefer the additional pulse cell usage. And we're gonna grab the fatal attack fable charge and enhance fable arts. So some good synergy there.
Oh my. This is a change I didn't expect. Did the King of Puppets get you? Or some other ruffians? I'm glad you're growing, but I'm not sure what to make of this. Be wary of dangerous people. And always be a good boy for me. Ah.
Our dad doesn't like our hair.
Here, my son. Have you seen that painting? I can't believe my eyes. It's almost as if something is growing out of the portrait. I remember commissioning that piece from an artist named D. Gray. Like all artists, he was eccentric. He claimed that a painting could harbor a living soul. But how can that happen? Just like the fairy tale. Forgive a foolish man his ramblings. Perhaps the seed of its growth was there all along. I know you're curious, so see for yourself. I have my work to keep me busy. You don't remember much beyond Rosa Isabel Street, do you? Ask me about areas you want.
Okay, we're gonna
something never
fly through this stuff.
Who knows? Perhaps who knows? Krat, and there used to be many people called. I remembered. I knew the.
Okay. And our nose is growing. Imagine that.
I can't predict that.
Papa Geppetto is wondering how to proceed. Alright, so back to Krat Central Station platform. So I think this is where we're going to end it here, guys. Just wanted to do that first little section in the Central Station platform here. So hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully you're doing well. We will continue on in the next one. Stay tuned. More coming at you.